chose us. Pioneers started on my corner like the cold crush. Had smokers lining up the block like a gold rush. Saying live fast and die young is what they told us. The way that they
What's up, YouTube? Hopefully you guys can hear me clearly. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me without any organ or distortions. 1 in the chat, please. Yeah, Kentucky Friday Geek Out. Friday Geek Out. Okay, we're good. I see some ones. Awesome. So what's up, you guys? Thank you for joining me today. I've been wanting to speak at you guys for a minute this week, but it's been a lot going on with work in the shop, and I'm on call starting today till Tuesday, so I'm racing down to the shop right now to hand off some keys to my boy Joe, who's going to cover for me this weekend. Then I got to race back up to the work spot to be there for that, because I know these calls is going to come in hot here. What up, Snowman? I see you in here. Shout out to Malika, me, Bane, my cinephilic brother. Hopefully you watch some good movies. What up to the package man, No One? See you in here, No One. Aqua Tech, the #1 wrench. 2 motherfuckers up. Ilongo Savage, what's good, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. I just saw you over on Charles this spring, I believe. Was trying to jump on and something was going on with my damn earphones, whatnot. It is what it is. Yeah, right, No One. Flash, the fastest day alive. That's better than mine. That's better than mine, No One. I just said Flash, reverse Flash. Flash backwards. Flash, not Flash forwards. Got a bitch. What up, Artie Hitmore, the Doughboy in the building? Large coffee with hazelnut cream. Yeah, it's too hot out here for coffee right now. It's like 90-some damn degrees. I'm not having hot coffee right now. I'll take some cold coffee with a nice pair of legs. I'll take that. No, I ain't doing no hot coffee right now. So, what do I want to talk about? There's a lot of stuff going to come out this weekend for geek stuff. I was halfway forgetting about the fact that San Diego Comic-Con is happening this weekend, so everybody is going to be out having their spoilers for geek stuff. There's going to be a lot of announcements. Marvel's going to announce a lot of shit that have been out there. I was listening to some folks covering it, and I really don't like to respond to rumors. I'd rather respond to concrete information if this is what's out here, but because it can get too much theory crafting. But if they say it, they say it, right? So one of the biggest rumors that's been circling around a couple of places is Giancarlo Esposito is going to be Professor X in the MCU. And I'm like, okay, I like Giancarlo, and I like the X-Men. Like, 2 flavors that taste good together. My first thought is, fuck no. Fuck no. I know. I don't want him there. I don't. Now, I've told you guys this before. Disney really likes moving their players around on the board, right? They got you on one property. They have no problem with letting you make a deal on another property. They're going to keep your ass in-house as long as they fucking can. That's why Chris Evans has made the rounds from Marvel to Pixar. His next stop has to be Star Wars. Has to be. If he got any of a career left after this Lightyear shit. Right? Now, like I said, I like the X-Men and I like Giancarlo Esposito, but I'm against him playing Professor Xavier. Why? It's because I don't think Professor Xavier should be a black man? No, at this point, I guess it don't fucking matter, do it? Because they're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do anyway, regardless of what any fan wants to say about it. think he will not do a good job as playing Professor Xavier, taking over for a Patrick Stewart or James McAvoy. No, I think he'll do fine. Giancarlo is an awesome actor. I've been watching Giancarlo for a long goddamn time, since before anybody even knew his goddamn name. And he's been turning in solid performances for decades before somebody else decided to put him on the show and give him some shine. All right? So I don't have a problem with Giancarlo whatsoever. My thing is, in this current climate of movies and how they do these goddamn characters, they'll make Professor Xavier black and say, look, we did something, diverse. We made Professor Xavier black. Then you know what happened after that? You get all these shitty ass stories from the X-Men about Xavier being a terrible fucking influence on the X-Men and fucking with their minds and all the rest of that shit. Then you'll finally get an Onslaught story. Then you'll get an Onslaught story. So they can show you how fucked up Xavier can be. I am not for, and I've told you guys this shit before, I am not for these people pushing all this fucked up shit with a black face on it. Shout out to Moses Ingram. I'm not interested in that shit. No, I know exactly what the fuck they're gonna do. The minute they say, oh, we're gonna use Giancarlo Esposito as Professor Xavier, you're gonna get every one of these shitty stories that's happened in comics in the last 10 years with showing Xavier is a terrible fucking person, and you'll see Xavier get killed one more time. One more again. But this time you'll cheer for it. No, fuck that. I don't want that. No. You're not fooling me with that shit. You can forget that. No. So do I want to see Giancarlo Esposito? No, I don't. Get another white boy. Get another white boy out there and run them same bullshit stories you was going to put out there anyway. Because I know that's what it's going to be. I already told y'all about the Victoria Alonso thing that she want to get rid of the whole men in the X-Men shit. So what do you think is about to happen with that? Fuck you. No, don't do that to Giancarlo. No. He's been turning in solid roles without being involved with y'all bullshit. No, he don't need to be there for that. He does not need to be, his career does not need to take that shit. No, fuck you. Get somebody else. Get James McAvoy. He's been Xavier for a long time, right? So what's the problem? Write him another contract, see if he sign it, and then you can run that same bullshit up the flagpole. We fucking around in the multiverse, right? Okay, then one of them can look like James McAvoy again. Shut the hell up. No, I don't want Giancarlo. Don't want him at all for this. Now, the fact that they're going to Giancarlo gets to the next point that I want to mention. Part of that point gives a shout out to young Ripper. Ripper mentioned it a couple days ago on his stream. And I'm saying Ripper because I want y'all to pick up his fucking book. I bought it, did you? Plain and simple, right? But the other point that he brought up, that I brought up about 2 years ago, and I put the link up on the stream in my community tab a couple days ago, talking about the same thing with Marvel. That what I didn't want Kevin Feige to do is start getting more into hiring these big name actors to play roles instead of concentrating on the fucking characters. That I wanted no name people. I'd rather have no name people playing these roles. And if you did that, you could focus on the character they're playing more than the name you got attached to the character. That is the same Joel Schumacher mistake. The same Joel Schumacher mistake. Why was Batman and Robin ass, but you got Arnold Schwarzenegger? You got George Clooney. But you got Uma Thurman? But why were they shit movies? Why? They were shit movies because you spent all the money on the actors and not the goddamn script. That's why they were shit movies. You end up with cheap effects, goofy ass lines in a script because you didn't spend the money where it actually counted. Suck ass performances, just as a tidbit. No, I don't want that shit. I'd rather have no-name actors playing these new movies. I would, because then I know there's more money available for everything else. You want some good special effects? Then we can put that in there. And if you want an example of how this shit goes bad, how many of you saw Love and Thunder? Name the main thing they talk about when they mention that movie. Christian Bale did awesome. Did he? I don't think so. I think he cashed a fucking check. Just like Angelina Jolie cashed a fucking check. The two movies you have these big names in both fucking suck. So what did you get for that money? Free advertisement? A better script? A better movie? Nothing. You got nothing for it but disappointed fucking fans. So why the hell would I want to back you for a fourth or fifth time on more big name actors on your title? The big name actors don't care about this shit. They not fans. They just know this is where the money is. Now, personally, I'm more of the state of mind, if you wasn't fucking with me when I was broke, fuck you now that I got some money. Because none of these motherfuckers was lining up to fuck with y'all when you was back doing Iron Man. Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. They wasn't on board with shit. You couldn't sniff their ass to try to get them to get on one of your pictures. They thought these little comic book movies were stupid. Till you made $1 billion. Resuscitated Robert Downey Jr.'s career. Made Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans rich when they asses wasn't but B-list actors. Made Chris Hemsworth a household name and nobody knew the fuck he was. So now everybody want to do and that's where the money is. That's why you're getting crappy movie after crappy movie. DC dropped the ball. Marvel picked it up. Borgen? Yeah, this is El Cerrito. This is a shit area. Excuse me. Now, this is the part that bothers me. It's probably my cord. It's not. I figured out what was doing the Borgen before. It's the cord jiggling in the fucking power socket. Obviously, I've had my phone plugged up for 10 minutes. It ain't charged a goddamn thing. But it's giving me the icon. I got to get a new phone. So here's the thing with that. I don't want Marvel to hire any more big name actors. And like I said, this ain't got shit to do with Giancarlo Esposito. I watch him in anything he doing. I don't want to see him in the goddamn X-Men. I don't. I don't want to see him over at fucking Marvel. No, because they ain't got their house straight right now. No. Excuse me. Paying Christian Bale all that money didn't do shit for that movie. Nothing. It did nothing for Thor, but help it look cheap as fuck. Which, if you look at Thor, it looked cheap as fuck. So where'd the money go? Since they spent so much money on it, it went into the actors. Went into their pockets. Fuck the movie. Fuck how it looked. No, I don't want to see that shit. No. Get me some no-names. Get me some television series actors from some other countries who just turning in awesome performances on a cheaper budget because they're taking this shit serious. I'm not interested in another big name in a comic book movie. What the fuck do I care? Don't make no difference to me. I was watching comic book movies when you wouldn't even watch that shit. Like, ooh, you watched that? Ugh. When it wasn't even cool. What up, Charles? To the Woo Beast. when it wasn't even cool, I was watching the movies, and they were shitty. But at least they were a little bit better. At this point, these motherfuckers backslide into being back in the dark ages of comic book movies. Just shitty. There's a big star in this. Why is this such a sucky movie? Because they stopped caring about the goddamn characters. They just acting like they happy to be hanging out with their fucking friends. Look, I don't give a fuck about y'all being friends. But you better do something decent in this movie. Because the last movie I saw where somebody just called up all their fucking friends to get in the movie again and do it one more time for the gusto was Matrix motherfucking 4. And we all know how much that sucked. That bitch called in her favors and turned out a piece of shit rant. Nothing about the characters, nothing about the universe. Fuck the story altogether. No, fuck y'all. I got something to say. And my friend's gonna help me say it. Look. I said this shit before. I'm not one for protest. I'm not one for protest. Not like that. I'm more on you got to take action, the action that you feel. And I'm telling you, after this Thor shit, after that Kenobi shit, after that Boba Fett shit, look, man, that's 3 strikes from Disney. That's 3 motherfucking strikes from Disney. 2 on the Star Wars brain. I'm not looking forward to them doing shit else with a big name that they about to just shit on. Nothing. I'm not interested. I'm really not interested. My protest is probably going to be, look, I'm just going to stop supporting this shit. How about that? I'll just stop paying for it. Because that's what I know I can do. That's where I know I do have some control over that shit. I know you do care about that. You might not care about my opinion, but you do care about my motherfucking dollar. And I care about it more than you. So why do I need to spend money on some shit that I'm not going to like? You're just wasting my fucking money. I'm not into that. I can waste my own money and be more satisfied when I do it. I don't need you wasting my fucking money and tell me, no, if you don't like this, you fucked up. No, you fucked up. But you really thought I had to listen to that shit on my dime. That's why you can see shit like Ripper blowing the fuck up in days. Because he did it on his dime. And he ain't split none of that shit with none of y'all. So if you want to fuck with him, you're going to have to pay him. Somebody boot this goddamn bot. I didn't try to put that shit on the block. Get the fuck off my screen. So that's what it is with me, y'all, with that shit. I am past over this shit with that. Some of the other rumors that they coming out with, like they got Anthony Starr coming on in the Blade movie as Dracula. What the fuck ever. You gonna fuck him over too? Look, Marvel has done this shit in comics for a while. They've done this shit for comics in a while. For a while, excuse me. They have a habit of whenever somebody puts out a comic that gets more shine than their books, they go and hire the people doing that book and bring them over to work on their shit. That's how you got Warren Ellis on, was it Warren Ellis or Garth Ennis? I think it was Warren Ellis. That's how you got Warren Ellis doing the X-Men. That's how you got J. Michael Straczynski doing Spider-Man and Thor and shit. That's how you got Brian Michael Bendis. They always do that shit, and they do it to kill their books. It's a way of killing the creator's book because they suck up so much time with them working on their characters. the creator can't go back and work on the characters he created for himself. And his book dies. And then they fuck him over. So now he ain't got his book or working on the Marvel book anymore. Ask J. Michael. Ask him. Yeah, or the immortal JMS and Rising Stars. That was the biggest insult because Rising Stars was awesome. And you saw what happened. They got his ass over there to work on Thor and Spider-Man. Right? Rising Stars took a dip and then fell off. And then who came along? Tim Krieg, and he picking the bones of Rising Stars to make fucking heroes. Pick the bones of that book to make his show. And if you want to know how much he stole, what he done since then? Not a goddamn thing. Made his money and scooted the fuck on. Common thing. So Disney coming back and wanting to hire Giancarlo Esposito and Anthony Starr and they properties, you know all that shit is? Fucking up the boys. That's all it is. They want to bring the popularity of the boys over to the MCU because you know these two people and these two actors now. They counting on them to sell their bullshit. Fuck no. I'm not interested in that. I like Anthony Starr. I like Giancarlo Esposito. I like him on The Boys on Amazon. And Giancarlo, I like him on The Mandalorian. I don't need them in the MCU at all, period, because I know what you're fucking doing. You're just trying to bring their audience over to your bullshit. For what? To disappoint them? Look, I'm already over here and I'm disappointed. You don't need to bring nobody else that ain't seen this shit over here. You don't. What you need to do is get your shit in order. Don't bring nobody else here in this fucked up shit. No. You better not let me see them. I'm gonna warm them off. I'll be out there like a signal man on the airport tarmac. Like, no, don't go this way. No, we close. Fuck no. Yeah, the boys don't even fit a Disney paradigm, but they want to hire those actors so they can bring that audience over there. So what the thinking goes like this. Anytime you hire these big name actors or somebody like this, you're banking on the people that like them coming over and watching your product. Even if they don't like your product, you're hoping that a certain percentage of them stay. This shit happens in YouTube all the time. All the fucking time. In some good ways and some bad ways. They're doing the same shit. Why you think those are the two people that's leaking out they went after? Because, excuse me, Giancarlo and Anton are one of the most popular geek shows out right now. The shining light and all this bullshit that Star Wars and MCU is producing. The boys is doing better than them. So what did they do? Do some money on the table to try to get them motherfuckers on board. Fuck you. No, bro. No. I'm not into that. I'm not into it. I'm not fucking interested at all. They can suck a dick with that. I like the two actors, but I'm like, man, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't do it. They'll have your ass on one Marvel movie and have you so tied up schedule-wise, you won't be able to come back and do the damn boys. And if you do, you won't have time to focus on it. You'll be in and out that bitch and fuck up the whole show. Fuck up the whole show. Trust me. Trust me when I say this. That's the game plan. Nah, I wouldn't do it. So on that, this other thing with the other shit I was going to talk about is Sunday with Kamala Khan being a mutant and how mutants are coming in. Who gives a fuck? Mutants was coming in as soon as they introduced the externals. I mean, the Eternals, excuse me, not the externals, Eternals. It was coming. Told y'all that was the whole point of Crow. Crow was technically a mutant. He mutated and developed some fucking intelligence. Yeah, tell him, Aquateki. Tell him again. It's not the actors, it's the writing. It is. That's all it is. You want the example of that shit? Everybody compares this shit right now. What's the difference? The first 10 years of Marvel movies work for you, right? Why is number 4 not working for you? Why is phase 4 not working for you? So it's all about the goddamn names, not the characters. All about the agenda, not the damn characters. I can tell you exactly where it started fucking off, where it started getting really messed up. Captain Marvel. That's where it started getting messed up. Because he put so much stock into, we got Brie Larson playing Captain Marvel. That was the start of the agenda. That was the start of the name over the character. And anybody who knows the character know Brie Larson's portrayal of Captain Marvel ain't Carol Danvers. That ain't it. That is not it. That is not Carol Danvers. And that's not Captain Marvel. And that's why I want that Captain Marvel to die. Or at least be comatose. Because that ain't it. That's not what I was reading in the comic. That I was like, oh yeah, I can deal with a Captain Marvel. She all right. I can deal with a Ms. Marvel. It's cool. No, that's not what I was reading. That's why I don't like that fucking movie. I barely saw a piece of that movie again 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I saw a piece of that movie again. Why? Because I finished watching Ms. Marvel finale, and that thing automatically started on Disney Plus. I'm like, oh, hell no. What? Okay, the special effects look good, but fuck you on this. Why? Because the actor, the money you paid her, didn't help the movie. Didn't help it at all. And all this goofy bitch want is more money. For what? You losing us money. I ain't paying you more for shit. Fuck you. No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You got it completely fucked up. No. I'm not paying you to lose me money. Phase 4 has no plan other than advancing agendas. Yeah, you look the agenda. You see how the agenda is copyrighted and trademarked. Yeah, that's exactly it. Phase feminism was just that. Might as well be phase agenda. They might as well turn that 4 into a freaking A, because that's all it was. Phase agenda. And Ms. Marvel started it all. Congratulations. And everything after that has sucked one cheek or the other, or both. Phase fuckery, yeah. Abomination agenda. Good night, dude. These damn bots. An error happened. Time you. No, don't block for 5 minutes. Block this motherfucker permanently. What is a 5-minute block gonna do to a fucking troll bot? Stupid. So yeah, that's some of the shit that I've heard. There was another piece that I'm thinking of right now, but I just made it to the shop and I got to text my homeboy so he can come get these keys, and I can be ready for the next thing. Yeah, Captain Mediocre is right. Marvelous. Less Marvel. Oh, thank you, Akuteki. Tune that bitch up. You got a wrench. Tune it up. Tune it up, tune it up, tune it up. Oh, shit. See? Store is closed. Fucking me up. So, that agenda, I don't think they need any more help over there doing shit. Black Panther 2? No, I haven't. Pragmatic Prime, I have not discussed Black Panther 2 yet because I haven't watched any Black Panther nothing. I don't really want any spoilers for this shit, but when I do watch the ones that come out, the new trailer, I want to have time to sit down and watch it. And I haven't had time to sit down and watch the shit, so I haven't watched it. I'm not going to just sit on my phone and try to watch it while I'm driving or doing some shit like that. That usually doesn't work. So I got to sit down and actually sit at a computer and look at this shit so I can see what's going on with it. So no, but check me out Friday, or excuse me, not Friday. This is Friday. Check me out Sunday on Shop Talk Live, and I will talk about it then. I know for sure. I will talk about it then because I know there's some more developments, and there's going to be a lot of developments this weekend just because San Diego Comic Con is going on, because that's the one that all the movie houses and stuff like that go to. So Marvel is probably going to be back in Hall H, so they're going to have to, try to roll out their dick for something. So we got to see what it is. What you got to show. So I'll be waiting to hear the alerts and stuff that come out of there and what articles I can get. Like I said, I'm not really into rumors, but if some of this shit is true, I don't want to see it. I really don't. It's not that damn interesting. Yeah, same Geek Time, same Geek Channel. I'm really not interested in it. I mean, like I said, I like Giancarlo. Watched Giancarlo since Bugging Out, before he was acting with a bunch of white folks, and I would hate to see his career take the hit that it would take from being in an MCU movie and then fucking him up, fucking the character he's playing over again. Marvel's a grower, not a show. That's pretty funny, Artie Moore. That's pretty funny, homie. Look at all this business I'm losing today. Y'all will not believe what happened in other fucking geek news. I had a new staff member I had just hired. Trained him last Saturday. He started his first shift Tuesday. He finished his second shift Wednesday. His father walks into my store after that shift and tries to bully me into paying this dude more money and have an argument with me. Because I did not back down to this asshole white dude, this motherfucker had his son quit the next day. So now I am without an employee during the week. So my store has been closed for 2 fucking days right now. That's fucking irritating. I'm about ready to hang this shit up and call it a fucking day. I'm sick of dealing with these fucking racist ass people. We're trying to hinder somebody just doing regular goddamn business. It's like, where the fuck do you get off barging in somebody's store after it's closed? Because I didn't let his ass in. I opened the door and said hello. He just pushed his way in to try to introduce himself and ask me what the hell was going on with him. What was my intentions with his kid? I'm like, motherfucker, this ain't no date graping situation. What the fuck you talking about? Work. What the fuck? The employee was 16, Aquatechy, a 16-year-old boy who dropped off a resume, typed up and everything to a comic shop. Came in and did an interview, talked to me, got some background on him, got a feel for him, said, cool, I like you. Come in this day so we can do this training. Came in, showed up, spent a couple hours in the store, got the feel for it, he can handle it. Cool. He worked 2 fucking days. And at the end of the second day, his daddy was in there trying to get loud with me about when his son was getting a raise and how much he was getting paid. I'm like, your son agreed to get paid how much I said. Well, he's not good for speaking up for himself or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? What do that got to do with me? The motherfucker is getting cash money a week. But you upset at me because your son texted me an hour before a meeting and I didn't respond back to it. I'm like, motherfucker, I work. And the nature of the job I have means that I don't get to respond back every time my phone go off. I respond back when I can. But I'm saying this shit and I'm thinking in my head, I'm hearing all these management classes and shit like that I've had telling me you respond back when you respond back. You don't have to justify why you didn't respond back to somebody. And I'm like, yes, why am I telling this grown goddamn man about when the fuck I returned a fucking phone call? And you acting like we fucking or something. What are your intentions with my son? My intentions are for him to work. Well, for this much? Yes, for that much. Well, when does he get a raise? When the fuck I feel like he get a raise? When I've decided that he's good enough. But he ain't getting it after 2 days. God damn, this motherfucker was out of fucking line in the store. I told his ass to leave. The motherfucker wouldn't leave. I'm like, okay, well, we gonna end up fighting. We just gonna end up throwing in this bitch because this white dude is just really talking crazy to me. Like he don't give a fuck who the fuck I am and what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, this is a nice place here. I know you got a nice place here. I own a bookstore too. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, if you got a bookstore, why ain't your son working for you? Why ain't you paying him? Goofy motherfucker. Well, that was very unprofessional. You showed up late. I called your son and told him I was running late because I was tied up at my job. But I did say I would pay him for that day, for that hour he waited, with your goofy ass sitting in the car outside. Because that's all he was mad about. He was sitting there waiting. And then I showed up and I was a brother, and now he got an attitude because his son working for a nigga. I know that's what it was. He did everything but say that shit. He tried to tell me I didn't know how to count. Son wasn't even complaining, Aquateki. The son wasn't complaining. The son didn't even know why his dad was going off on him about he can't work there now. Because his dad is the one dropping him off. I'm like, this motherfucker right here, you going to insult my intelligence, think you going to come in and demand when your child gets a raise from me. You want to know what my intentions are for him after his second day of fucking work. I'm like, what parent does this? What parent? Because I can tell you. And like I told him, I got 2 kids. I have never thought of doing this to their employer. Never. It would be bad for him and embarrassing for my fucking children. Which he is doing right at that moment. Being fucking embarrassing. But I'm not going to let that color my impression of his son because his son working good. It ain't even a helicopter parent, Aquateki. That motherfucker, I talked to my mother about this shit. That motherfucker was a bully. That's what it was. He came in there talking loud with all this, I got big dick energy talking to me, and I didn't back down from his ass. I told him what the fuck it was right in his goddamn face. And his only response to me was, you're a piece of work. You goddamn right I'm a piece of work. That you didn't build. And you ain't gonna break. So get the fuck out of here. You don't listen to this shit in my goddamn store. Your son will be fine. Your son is gonna work and get paid for what he fucking works. Well, when is that gonna be? None of your goddamn business. Your son get paid every fucking Tuesday. If you need to know, but that ain't none of your business because I ain't fucking hire you. And if you think somebody needs to speak for him, then you need to be the one interviewing for the job, not him. Because it don't seem like the boy got no problem talking. The boy handles himself pretty maturely. That's why I signed off on him immediately. I trust my instincts. That motherfucker was good. He didn't have no problem talking to people. He had an issue. He called me right up, talked to me professionally on the phone, got the shit done. Got the shit done. Was having no complaints. I'm like, damn, this could actually work out. Motherfucker 16, shit, yeah. I have a problem giving him a raise. Any job on his second day, he ain't even offered probation to get a fucking raise. The fuck are you talking about on day 2, nigga? Oh my God, I couldn't believe this motherfucker. He walked out of my damn store. I sat there holding the door the whole time while he was sitting there thinking he was about to just run me down verbally and talking right back to his ass. And all he could say was, you're a piece of work. Yeah, you too. Get the fuck out of here. Man, Captain Picard, yes, that's the same thing my mother said. She said, I'm tired. My mother told me, because I called her to tell her about this shit, because I'm sitting there laughing. I said, can you believe this motherfucking shit? This motherfucker mad because he had to sit outside and wait 30 minutes because there's a customer in my fucking store that your son works at. And I need to show him how to close out. So you mad because you had to sit outside for a half hour while this other slow bitch in the store decided to buy something and then leave? Fuck you. Well, we got things to do. We got dinner. I don't give a fuck about your dinner. Nigga, I haven't even eaten yet. But your son is at work on the clock on my dime. We got a customer in the store. I ain't about to kick her ass out so you can leave at 7 on the dot. Fuck you. What kind of sense did that make? Who raised these motherfuckers? I know goddamn well if his son worked at Target, he wouldn't be in there trying to talk to the manager and talking that shit. So yeah, my mother said the same shit. Sorry you going through all this, son. That's why I never wanted to start a business, because I didn't want to have to deal with all that shit. Said it comes with the territory, Mom, but this is just all bullshit. A lot of this shit just happens because it's a black person with a business. Hold on 1 second. In the Cerritos. Yeah, this damn phone is acting up. Charge. The fuck I need, which will help. So I lost connection. Because it's losing power. One second. Make sure you pay my stuff. On day 2, nigga, of course I'm gonna pay his ass. Why the fuck wouldn't I? What kind of sense did that make? These people. God. See if that works. See if this now. Y'all can still hear me push up one in the chat. Oh, here. Come on, charge, you son of a bitch. I need to text it. So this is me, so y'all can see that I'm actually here in the shop. All right, here we go. Captain Picard is talking about Icon versus hardware. Captain Picard need a show.
Y'all can see and hear me, press 1. My phone is basically dead right now. Of course, Icon is going to fight Hardware. That's the only 2 characters they got that's big enough to fight each other. That's not news, but thanks for derailing my fucking show, Captain Picard. All right, I'm back. Okay, y'all can hear. Last page of Milestone in History Comic Book 1. Cool. Cool. Stay on topic, motherfucker. You want to talk about that shit? Anyway. It's been a hell of a day. It's been a hell of a week. And this shit is not getting easy. So, we got new comments below. What up, Double C? I see you in here. I didn't get to say hello at first. And Arya showed up in here. The Chocolate Witch is in here. What's up, Arya? In them lips. So yeah, this shit has been extra fucking goofy. I'm not. Look, Marvel is bugging me, and that Thor shit really just did it for me. And I don't know what Disney think they winning strategy is to keep releasing this shit back to back, so you can keep getting all fucked up about it. It's like it did nothing for me that Kenobi ended and was fucked up in a lackluster fucking way. And then you were writing a Thor 4, and Thor is some lackluster product as well. It's like, y'all don't need to keep running these things back to back. Why don't you spread it out or something? Give me a minute to catch my breath where you just shit in my face again. Like, good night, dude. This is just burning me out. It's just burning me out on this shit because I want to like this shit. Y'all know this is my bread and butter. But at the same time, I can't sell crap. Can't sell crap. I mean, I could sell it to farmers who want to grow grass and shit, but I can't sell it to people to read. They usually don't want to read that shit. So if you ain't putting out nothing that's of any fucking quality, all you got is more agendas for the masses, then I don't know who you're selling that shit to, really. I really don't. Because those masses keep talking about they want digital books. So who the fuck you selling it to? I'm sorry, this is the bad time in the shop where the sun is coming right through the window, and if you're standing in this spot, you're gonna bake your goddamn balls off. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is just a hell of a day. It's so hot I was falling asleep in my damn van. Yeah, Two Trib. What up, Two Trib? I see you in here. Yeah, they both dropped the ball. They both dropped the ball, but then it comes back to being fucking Disney. You know, we've been dealing with Star Wars dropping the ball for the last how many goddamn years for Kathleen Kennedy? That's been there. That's been known. But all this shit with fucking Feige and then the Marvel stuff is just getting worse. It's like, dude, there is no respite. Like finding a spot where the sun is not shining in my fucking face. Oh my god. Hold on. Ugh. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Yeah, the phone. It is the phone. I need to head right over there to the troll and get me a new phone because I've dropped this one too many times. It's fucking tweaking right now. My phone is tweaking. It won't even fucking charge correctly. I gotta tell you. Cell phones do everything, but the one thing they're supposed to do is send out a fucking cell signal solid and charge. Motherfucker won't charge, right? But yeah, I don't understand why they're writing. It's so bad. So no one said, I don't understand why the writing is so bad when they got 50 plus years of material, DC or Marvel. Here's the reason why. In the last 20 or 30 years, can you say we've created more creative people? Have we made more creative people? No, we haven't. You have people that don't even want to know things anymore. They just want to look it up and get the bullet point and then tell you the bullet point. You have children that don't actually read books. Now, true enough, they can get an audio book or something like that, but we don't instill any creativity in these fucking kids. All their creative avenues are taken from them that they're only supposed to gorge themselves on someone else's creativity, the rarities. If you look at the comic book industry, where are the real creative writers from? They ain't from America. I had to look at this shit before. Some of my favorite writers in comic books right now ain't fucking American. They're European and shit. Like they still get to have an imagination. Americans don't get to have an imagination. And honestly, they don't. Well, it's not just the play it safe nation. No one. It's not that. It's the fact that there's so much shit that we can't say. I was working today. I had fucking 9 work orders in one house. So I was just in these people's house all fucking day doing work, right? But in my earbud, I was listening to stand-up comedians, right? I listened to Dave Chappelle with his dedication at Duke Ellington High School. I listened to Bill Burr with his special at Red Rocks, which is awesome because I've been on stage at Red Rocks and I wasn't performing and it wasn't closed. So I know what it looks like to look up into that goddamn sea of people from the stage like, damn, that's a lot of goddamn people. He was there at Red Rocks, so I watched that. And then I watched Bill Burr, Friends That Kill. Watch that. Then I watched Cat Williams, his latest special. And then I watched Snoop Dogg's special, Just Fucking Around Comedy, with Cat Williams and a bunch of people on there. I'm not going to tell you everybody on there, but it's a good lineup. And one of the things that kept coming through that I was hearing is about how hard it was for comedians to actually say the truth. Dave Chappelle spoke on it right in his thing. How important it was and how hard it was for comedians and artists to be truthful in what they say. And that they don't produce that anymore. They produce little regurgitating monsters full of ideology and agendas that they weren't raised with. But they're expected to regurgitate and repeat this shit. That's where your creativity went. It got drowned down in all this minutia of all this other bullshit. The minute you told these kids that the main thing to focus on and teaching them in school was sex, you lost everything else. That's why. It's not Americans that's playing it fucking safe. It's that you got such a hand over your mouth and a hand up your ass that you can't figure out how to talk. If they ain't moving your lips for you. And you're not saying what you're supposed to be fucking saying. You can get fucked up. So that's where your creativity is. There is no fucking creativity. Not really. Not left right now. That's why you see it from very few sources. Why is the best geek show on TV right now from a book written by a British dude who is basically just taking a genre and turning it on his fucking head about showing you that superheroes is fucked up people, that everybody is fucked up people. Best show going right now. Executive produced by who? a goofball actor who was kind of a geek. But he ain't got no problem for pretending like he jerking off on camera in his own show. Because he made a couple of safe movies that they like. So he made a shitload of money and he got some leeway to do whatever the fuck he want to now. For now, you can get that. But that ain't an American product. It didn't fall from the mind of some American dude. No. Couldn't get away with saying that. You would start, before you sat down with pen and paper to write something like that, you would think of everything you couldn't say before you wrote one word on the paper. One word. So I love comedians like George Carlin, because George Carlin was keen on that shit. Keen on looking at society and calling out the bullshit that was going on in society. And telling you, okay, these are all the words that you can't say. I'm going to say all of them right now. Just to get it out the way so you don't be so goddamn sensitive. Yeah, you got to catch that Cat special. Cat special is good, but I'll tell you a secret, Aquatechion and Cat Williams special. You can watch 2/3 of it. The other third of it, you can just watch the Snoop Dogg one. Cat Williams comes out first, and you'll hear that same routine. You'll hear that same 5 minutes. Just saying. It's not that you shouldn't watch Cat Williams special, because Cat Williams get all the money off of his shit. Shout out for Black independence. He get all the money off his shit. So definitely watch his special. Get his numbers up on Netflix, because they cut him a check. But then watch Snoop Dogg shit too. Shaq can put on a comedy jam, so can Snoop. And them motherfuckers smoking weed on stage and everything. Like, goddamn, this is just where we are now. But why should I be appalled at people smoking weed on camera when I just saw a fucking shrinking man jump into a woman's pussy or crawl up a man's penis hole on a show about superheroes? Yeah, we way past that line. Way past that line. Yeah, Snowman, you wish Black independence. I wish Black independence rules. I wish Black independence rules. It should be the rule, and it should rule, but I can't say it does, dude. I'm in business right now, and I can tell you right now, that ain't where the money at. I can tell you right now, that's not where the money at. And that's not to shit on anybody. I can just say from nothing to do with y'all, but on the outside, I wonder why shit go away. First plane and last. Fucking hell, dude. Anybody on YouTube understand very clearly. Shit, it's gonna keep tripping back and forth, like the cord is bad or something. Fuck. Yeah, that's the charging. Anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here because this thing is not charging correctly and it keeps shutting off. But I will be what I hear this weekend about this Comic-Con stuff. I will be on call, so you know how it goes with me when I'm on call. I'll be at the job, but the show will continue even at an undisclosed location. I will do that show for you guys at 11 on Sunday. And in the meantime, thanks for coming through and listening to this shit. I'm sorry my phone is not completely charged up, but apparently I was out the van more than I was in it, so it didn't get the charge, and it's not taking a charge right now with this fucking charging cord. So I'm gonna get off of here, see if I can give this key to my boy and get over to the cell phone store to see if I can get me a new phone, because this is some bullshit. But like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming through, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
I saw, I conquered, I'm tall. Yeah, I came, I saw, I conquered, I'm